Yo, what's up with everybody, man? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all indeed? What's good with everybody? I'm thinking that for this one, what's up with everybody? Let me make sure my AirPods aren't connected. What's good with y'all, man? What's up with everybody? I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here. What's good with everyone? This one is definitely a lot later than my usual. What's up with everybody though? Yo, what's up, Odin? This one, I want y'all to guess. I want y'all to guess, but I'm not gonna draw this one in like usual. I'm still gonna do. Yo, what's up, MJH? And I'm well, man. Thank you. How y'all doing, man? How's everybody? Yo, what's up, Liv? This one's gonna be just a little bit different. It's still gonna be like my usual. It's gonna look a little bit different presentation wise. What's good with everybody though? This is gonna be some more wildlife. It just isn't gonna look as typical as my usual ones. I want y'all to guess what it is. I want everybody to guess what it is. The first person that puts two and two together, I don't know, you get a cookie or something, bro. A fish? Not quite a fish. This one is not quite a fish. Yo, if whoever guesses it right, you're the MVP of the day or the MVP of the night. An anglerfish, a coyote, a cat. Nah, it's a marine animal. You think so? Not quite a marine animal. Whoever gets it right, you're the goat of the day. Scorpion, grasshopper, lizard. Just tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Whoever gets it right is the goat of the day. Coco Dorillo, cartoonist from Long Island. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, Stay? He said a shrimp. Nah, not quite. It's not quite something marine. I'm gonna be honest. An alligator or a crocodile. A crocodile, a lion, an orca, a bird eating a fish. I mean, let me make sure this is focused. Just before I get a lot deeper into this, you said Dono. Nah, a Dono. I've done like older animals before. Bunny. Yo, what's up, local? A face. I mean, yeah, it's a face. It's just what kind of face? You can't. I know you cheating. You can't do that. You not being specific enough. You can't be vague. A turtle of some sort. A canary. A toucan. A wolf. A shark. I'm telling you, the person that gets it right, you're the goat of the day. You're like the MVP. You are the MVP. A parrot, a rooster, a squid. You said it's upside down. You think so? If you guess it right, you're the MVP. A wolf. You said it's a penguin. I'm not gonna lie, sewer. You might be onto something. Sewer is like the first. Sewer is the first. Wolverine. Sewer. He said, yeah, it's upside down. It's a dog. You think it's a dog? Yo, thank you for the dolphin too, Estrada. I appreciate it. You think my guy's a dog? I mean, it could be. It could be. How weird question? Hey, weird question, guy here. I have a weird question. Why do you draw like this instead of one? I just don't want to. Frog Prince, Golden Retriever, Doofenshmirtz. Nah. Nah, I don't know like Disney Channel stuff, man. Nah. It was like a character that I've gotten asked about before. Not Doofenshmirtz, but it was for a little bit somebody was asking me to draw Perry. Yeah, man, young Perry, hint, facts, it's a wolf. It's a wolf upside down. Nah, Sewer was the one that got it right immediately. Actually, pretty fascinating to watch. Thank you, Kato. Is it wolf related to a marine animal? No, I said that it wasn't a marine animal. Trust me, it's an upside down husky. Nah, it's genuinely it's not a husky. This one isn't a husky. This is not a husky. It looks like a husky though, but nah. Yeah, but how does it taste? Penguin from Batman. Ah, brother, you can't consume this wolf. You cannot eat this man, bro. This man, he got a family, a pack. A German Shepherd, it's a barrel. I see the wolf. Nah, I wanted to change it up. It was y'all seem like y'all were a lot more interested in these than what I imagined. I happened to be like looking back over some of my old. I happened to be experimenting one day. It was one of y'all that dared. Yeah, one of y'all like challenged me to do this. It's just something that's a little bit random, but the outcome was a little bit better than what I anticipated. A bear, a hyena? Nah, not quite. Hey, thank you too, Chili's. A calf? Nah. I mean, you said what? You're drawing it upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. I didn't catch the person that originally said the upside down comment, but you were right too. But I caught the person that originally guessed it was a wolf. Will the ink spread? No, I'm not doing that, G. A wolf. Nah, the ones, y'all getting it now. It was the challenge, though. I wanted y'all to originally guess. I wanted y'all to guess what it was. I think that for this page, I found a couple of pictures that I liked. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this, just for this first little montage of things that I'm going to draw out, I'm going to like draw them in this way. That way it's clear. Camera said wolf first before anybody. Coyote is, yeah, it is upside down. Wolf. But I mean, it might smudge a little bit. It might smudge a little bit. A parrot. But this one is for sure upside down. I wanted to kick the night off with me doing something that was a little bit more like this. This one is for sure a wolf though. Hey, thank you too, Sky. I wanted what I was going for in this page. I wanted for this to be more like oriented around a pack. So think like pack life, outdoors, nature, all that. The whole wave. But this isn't like, I'm not doing like a dog. I thought it was a hyena. Nah, I mean, you know, you looking at the teeth. That's not like what I'm going for here. That's not what I'm going for here. Did y'all just hear my pen click? I think that the end of it was trying to snap off for a second there. That's crazy. It's a bird? Nah, not even. Yeah, the teeth, it's a tight way. Hey, thank you, Biggs. Let me I'm gonna push this up just a little bit. There, as I was saying before, I wanted to go through and just add a couple of more faces. Do I sell these? Just curious. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I'll list some things, but then some of them I keep more for myself. It usually depends a lot. If you're genuinely interested, I am willing to like, if you have something you really want, how can you do that upside down facts? Please drop a listing. I gotta update my Etsy. I need to go through and just figure out like what kind of things y'all will want, because y'all's interest kind of be all over the place. I get on here and we be doing like all kind of stuff, you know, like sometimes y'all give me different ideas. Sometimes I'll like be a little bit more self-directed, but the vibes be all over the place. And how do you start doing this? It's a wolf upside down or it's a dog. It is a wolf, Larissa. Yeah, it's a wolf upside down. Thank you too, Leah. And how did you start doing this? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was on here one night. Somebody challenged me to draw upside down, so I tried it. And upon realizing I could, I just was like, cool. Can I draw regular though? No. Hey, thank you too. Thank you too, Leah. Nah, I can't draw normally, bro. Not gonna lie, it's weird. Beautiful. Hey, thank you. Nah, I just be scribbling, man. Yo, kamikaze, bro. Somebody, we need to like just send you like some DoorDash or something, man. This ain't edible. You can't consume this. You cannot consume this, man. You cannot consume my guy. You can't do that. You can't do that to bro. He's not dinner. You cannot consume this, man. He got a whole pack, a whole herd, a world, right? What are you drawing right now? You gotta guess. Yo, thank you for the heart me too, kamikaze. I'm gonna do another one. Like another face. I want to do a few more on the page. This one's gonna look a little bit more dog-like, but it's not. It's a wolf. This one is a wolf. I low-key probably should have like made his eye a little bit farther away, but it's all good. I'll make it work. That's gonna be a mess. It's cutting it really, really close to this other one. His snout might need to be a little bit shorter. Common voice, I might fall asleep. Now you gotta wake up, bro. And what made me start doing this? It was a couple of y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I caught the person that said it first, but some of y'all are saying that other people said it first. Hey, somebody said wolf. To the person that originally said wolf, you're the goat of the night. You done French the toast? I said that before. Now you gotta wake up, man. This is not no sleepy time ASMR, man. You gotta wake up. Maybe what I'll do is I'll like I'll figure something out. Yo, thank you for the. He said, nah. I don't know what you mean by, I don't know what you mean by that, bro. I don't know what you mean. First, he was trying to consume the drawing. My wolf, this wolf man. You can't do that to bro. You cannot consume this man. Every time I be doing wildlife and stuff like this, I be thinking it was a point in time where there was these pictures circulating. It was like the wolf dudes on the motorcycle. And every time I draw this stuff, that's all that I could think of. You said Cameron Swindle was the first, not consume. Just look at taste. Wait, are you adding other animals? Kinda. I'm drawing in some more wolves. I'm gonna like base this page more around just like, I'm gonna try to make it like more pack oriented. You said a wolf. Yeah, this one is for sure a wolf. I was going for like more of a dog vibe with this one. But for those of you that asked me a couple times, how did I even get into this way? I had somebody challenge me. The upside down stuff, it was a cool little. I had somebody on here one night. They challenged me to draw my owls upside down. What am I drawing right now, guys? It's a duck. Nah, not even quite a duck. Do you have any tips for artists to have an art block frequently, or have? You gonna have fast days and slow days, man. My best advice is, even if you just make something that's just not, even if you don't make something that's major, you gotta just at least try to get something on the page. Even if it's just like a few lines, you just make like a quick little doodle. Just sketch anything. You could go draw like a car wheel, like a car tire or something. Like it don't gotta be like, you don't gotta make a Mona Lisa every day, bro. You know. My best advice is to just actively whatever you use to create, whatever is your little, like your method, your vehicle of creation, bro. Just get something, just make something, even if it's like a simple little voice memo. Reminds me of wolves. These ones are wolves, Trinity. Ducks, nah. This isn't a duck. This is not a duck. I repeat. Like you gonna have fast days and slow days, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but you gotta just. It might be a little bit harder to push through, but I find that with a lot of these, sometimes it's more of a momentum thing. If you can get into like just the flow of going, you can let everything else catch up. But as I was saying before, you can get into like just the flow of going. You can let everything else catch up. But as I was saying before, you gonna have kind of days where it's a little bit easier to get into that state of just making stuff than other days. It's kind of like, what the heck is going on, man? You know, I bet you can't sell the upside down pictures. It won't look like a baby wolf. He isn't even a baby. I had to make his face a little bit smaller, just because of the angle. Where does the red come from? I only see the blue. So the red is coming from my right hand. It's a red pen. The red is coming from my right hand. It's a red pen and it's a blue pen. It's like they're both. I just see eyes and it's confusing me, baby duck. Bro, you gotta lock in, man. You only seeing eyes, you gotta lock in. Hey, thank you too, Mundo. Trust, unbelievable. You gotta lock in, bro. You only seeing eyes, you gotta see the full picture. See, I'm confused. Upside down wolves. Yeah. I hope that cleared up a little bit of confusion. But I think that it's a part of it. You gonna have art block. But you gotta just literally figure out even if you're making like bare bone stuff, just figure out a way. A dog doing a backflip, cool. I mean, I guess. Hey, thank you too, Carolyn. Two head wolves reflection. Said, woodpecker wolves. My first thought was a manatee. Nah, I've done manatees before, but nah, not on this one. Not quite on this one. I just wanted to make something that was a little bit more wildlife-esque. And honestly, what I might do is go through and just add a couple of raven faces, because y'all know ravens and crows, they be working together. Like some National Geographic stuff. You said, nah, not quite dogs. These ones are wolves. But I'm gonna be honest, I never really like thought about drawing these upside down like this. It was just one night, somebody was like, yo, can you? How does your brain work like that? Wolves, whoa. Somebody was like, hey, I was like, I don't know. Cares what it is. Hey, thank you too, Troy. He said, wait, nah, how is he doing this? That's another good question. I'm gonna find some more. I want to get like a bunch of, I really want to get a bunch of pictures. So what I think I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to get some that are a little bit more expressive. This next one is gonna be a lot more expressive, but it's also a wolf. I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna like rotate it on my computer. You love the forest theme. Thank you for the roses too, Anitra. I'm about to like, give me a second. I gotta like, the only thing about me using these is I gotta like manually rotate them. But then once I get them rotated, we're good to go. Now, I gotta make sure this one has enough space. Let me see. As I was saying before, a stick figure upside down. Hey, thank you too, Wise. How long have I been doing this for? Usually I don't do these upside down like this. Usually I do my little animal scribbles, and this is just something that I came into a little bit later. Let me like pull this back up. This was just kind of like some side quest stuff that I did one like live stream. It was just more like experimenting. That's how I really came across this overall, just experimenting. And just kind of pushing it. Every time I try it out, I just try to push just a little bit farther. Seeing what else you can expand upon. Does my vision change throughout the process? No. I know some of y'all mention being able to manually focus or unfocus. I don't really think about it too much. It's more like I find references that I like, and you just try to put them on the page to your best ability. I don't like the more technical aspect of it. I don't really even think about it that much anymore. I just be trying to draw. And thank you for the rose, Jarvis. How did you figure out how to draw with both? I just wanted to draw, and kind of like with the upside down stuff, I was just experimenting. I just was experimenting, and you just kind of see what works. You just kind of lean into it. You lean into it until it hey, thank you for the TikToks too, Kamikaze. Just seeing what would happen, man. I wanted to draw, and I just wanted to figure out a way that made sense to me. That's how I ended up getting to this point. You got to keep on drawing, even on the good days, the slow days. It's gonna be like a nice little. You're gonna have good days and bad days. It's just entertaining. This, I'm gonna be honest. Normally, it's like more of a variety of things. But I really wanted to just draw like a lot of wolf faces. Because I'm gonna be honest, man, like with the curvature of their faces anyway, when I first started drawing them out, it was giving me a hard time, because like they're not like horses. They're not quite like horses at all, but they still have very interesting shaped faces. So I don't know, like you gotta just think about like the angle of it all. Like it has to like make sense. Which, I mean, I don't know if I'm like really doing it the justice that it, like in that explanation, I just hope that little bit makes sense. You just gotta, they're a little bit more pointed. So is this 3D kinda. It is kind of like 3D. So I didn't really do this at first with the intention to be viewed through those 3D lenses, but it was a few of y'all that happened to mention like, hey, why don't you show it under the 3D glasses? And that's how I got to the point to where I do be. Sometimes I'll show them under the lenses just to kind of see what happens with it. It's like an illusion, if that's the question that you have for me. It is like a faint illusion. It looks exactly how you would imagine it would look. Can I show us what it looks like? If you look, just look up like wolf pictures, bro. That way I don't gotta readjust my tripod and stuff. You know what I mean? That's kind of like doing like a lot in this moment. Just look up wolf pictures, and if you turn your phone upside down, it'll make a little bit more sense. Hey, thank you too, Jacob. Just rotate your phone. It will require more red contour for it to be 3D. But it's more of like it's how you look at it. I'm gonna draw out a little bit of this one's jaw. Just a little bit. His head is a little bit small. Hey, his head is a little bit small, man. But y'all know it's a wolf. I made his little head small. This one is definitely a wolf though. Them are some nice dogs, bro. These are not dogs, bro. They're wolves. Hey, thank you too, Amber. Bro, you gotta put this man's out he's out howling at the moon or something, bro. This kind of giving me the vibe of like hyenas or something, but it's not a hyena. It's supposed to be a wolf. Or not hyenas, coyotes. Coyotes, they look like wolves too, but they're just a little bit smaller. Gang, let me have some. I see it now. Where it must be done. I'm slowly collecting all the infinity stones. I'm slowly but surely going through. I'm gonna be like Thanos. Oh, I see it now. This looks so sick. Hey, thank you too, Sarah. I'm collecting all the animals like infinity stones, bro. Once I get like a deep understanding of everything, I'm gonna start moving like Thanos. What I see, you purposely put your phone upside down. No, my phone is recording upright. My hand, like, I'm drawing these upside down. My phone is recording like usual. I rotated my references upside down. So like I'm drawing these in upside down. If you turn your phone, hey, thank you too, Javi. How many pens do I go through a week? I don't even count anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just be drawing like it's a nice amount, more than you can believe. But yeah, I wanted to just draw in a bunch of wolves. That's what this one is supposed to be. And instead of me only doing the same static face over and over, I'm trying to get a little bit more expressive with it. Just pushing it a little bit more every time I get on. Slow, just a little bit. Just kind of seeing what works, what doesn't. Just kind of pushing it. The cool thing about drawing this way is it forces you to just be a little bit more intentional. Look, like you got to be more mindful with the details. I'm gonna draw on his tongue. I'm gonna like make it more red instead of mixing it with the blue so much. It's gonna be like a nice little mixture. At first, I wasn't trusting the process. How do you draw like a human printer? The more you do it, the more it'll make sense. I mean, with these, you don't even got to go for perfection. You got to just keep at it. For a second, I almost made his ears upright. But considering this is supposed to be upside down, what got you started? Thank you too, Linda. Human printer is crazy, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's like giving me the same vibe as like the dudes calling me a clanker, bruh. That's crazy. Dudes calling me a clanker android. And what got me started? How did you learn how to do this? Bro, I don't normally draw this way. Normally, I'll be drawing both of my hands, but I don't really draw the upside down portraits. It was somebody that got on here one night and challenged me to do this. And upon realizing that I could, it was more like, well, I guess it works. You know, it's a very unique style you got going on. So interesting. Thank you, So Cruz. I can brother on my name and you out Mona Lisa with two hands upside down. Mona Lisa's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but hey, I appreciate that, bro. Mona Lisa is insane. That's a crazy comparison. Very unique. Hey, thank you too, man. This one's cutting it close. This one is cutting it extremely, extremely close to that other one that I did. I'm gonna leave his little face kind of more a lighter shade. That way it don't blend in too much. But with this one, you got the upside down wolves. But as I was saying before, I wanted to throw in some crows. So I can make his jaw a little bit longer. I'm gonna throw in some crows. Just because it really give it that like outdoors wildlife feel. Y'all know that they be traveling in groups and they'll work together. They'll work together and help each other out. You'll bother. Hey, I do appreciate it too, Ashley. I gotta get some good picture references of crows. I don't want to just use any picture. I've done like a lot of drawings like with the animals and stuff, but I try to make it to where it's at least not too repetitive. But this gotta just have like that like natural context. So I'm getting the picture together. I gotta rotate it. Because instead of me drawing it like how I usually just do it off of Pinterest, I gotta like manually turn them upside down. Okay, now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Now for the moment that we've all been waiting for. For the bird himself, the ultimate crow. And it's even crazier whenever I go through and I be drawing in crows. I'm so used to drawing in crows with Itachi and stuff. It feels off when I don't have somebody with a Sharingan. If they don't watch you make it, they would have thought you just flipped it around. Oh, for sure. If I didn't record this in real time, y'all wouldn't believe this. That's why I started recording it, though. I think that's like the best part about it. It's like, you can sit with me in my room in real time and watch these come together. Basically. Or wherever you are in the world. how you found out you could do this. I'm gonna be honest, man. Normally, the upside down stuff is still kind of new to me. But you just experiment, man. You gotta keep drawing, keep at it, keep doing your thing. This one is gonna be upside down too. His little beak is looking upright, but it's not. I gotta make it to where he ain't too close. He needs to be close to the wolf, but he doesn't need to be that close to the wolf. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Y'all watched you make the horses and the spider, and you just saw it. Nah, man, but that was from the previous night. This is just something that I wanted to. I had this idea since a little bit earlier in the day. I'm getting on a little bit later than what I would have intended to, but I guess it's always better later than never, you know. But I feel like it had been long enough since I'd done this, and I posted some of the clips on I don't even know where it was at. It was somewhere, but it got more engagement than what I was anticipating. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, thank you too, Jeremy. It's a pure talent. Hey, I appreciate it too, JPZ. I seem like y'all really messed with the upside down stuff. It was something real random. I didn't think that y'all would like be that locked in with this way. I think everybody just kind of like messes with wildlife. So it's a cool way to bring everybody together. Like the subway, everybody can kind of like just mess with nature as it is, just in its own little element. In its own, I'm gonna make his beak just a little bit, just a little bit longer. Not too much. It don't need to be crazy, but it needs to be enough to where you can tell, you know. Do I ever show myself? Serious question, not a joke. Do you have ADHD? I don't even know, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like diagnosed with it or anything. I feel like we've all been kind of conditioned into having like rapid pace, rapid attention. Everybody's kind of going. It's just the way that the world is now. I mean, it's nature, exactly. And what was you doing to find out you could do this though? It's a skill. Well, to make a long story short, I just experimenting. Just doing a lot of experimenting. And I haven't showed myself. Are you classically trained or anything? No. I just wanted to draw, man. I'm not really professionally trained. I just wanted to draw. And you keep at it till you find something that makes sense to you. And I just kind of doubled down on what made sense to me. That's how we got to wildlife scribble portraits at like 1 a.m. And I do this more for the love of the game at the moment, Jeremy. Now I think that I want to do one that's looking in a different direction, maybe down here. And I'm gonna make the next one a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make my guy just a little bit bigger. Maybe more defined. But I still want the aesthetic to match. I gotta be real particular with the references that I use. But this one's gonna kind of like with the wolves, I'm gonna make it a close up of his face. That way you can really like pick up on that element. This is just outdoorsy. Hey, I do appreciate it too, Mo. But yeah, I'm glad y'all messing with it. This one is it's definitely a little bit different. It's the upside down. Now, I'll make this one just a little bit bigger. Just the outdoors. As I was saying, it's kind of crazy going through. It feels wrong now that I'm drawing in all these crows without drawing in that Manitachi somewhere on the page. It's like yin and yang. You gotta have. It's like having where there's smoke, there's fire or something. How many games have I beaten? More than you can believe. The more recent stuff the most recent game I probably beat was probably like, I don't even know, bro. Maybe it'd be like Fallout New Vegas or something. But it's been so long, or maybe even Terraria. It's been a really long time though. I haven't really played anything that's more recent. I just haven't really been on the game. Had you had like something in mind that you were gonna mention? You gotta get some 3D glasses. What's my dominant? Probably my right. I lead a lot of these with my left though. I'm probably more of like a right dominant person. But I've always had dexterity like with doing stuff like this. I lead a lot of these with my left. It's kind of just what I found works for me in the process of it all. Now for this one. I appreciate it too, Ireland. Wait, so do you use specific pens or do you draw with any pens? No, you could use whatever you have. Like if you really want to draw, you can draw right now. But I'm particular with the pens that I use just because I found me a decent little set that works well. I try to use pens that aren't too dry. I like these a lot because the more that I use them, the more that the ink kind of just runs and flows out. So I use very. Do you want to know like the kinds that I use? Is that what you're asking me, or or were you just generally asking? I could tell you if so. But with these, I'm kind of particular with these. Have you ever made mountains in this style? Not like recently. I haven't done like a lot of land, like the most environment stuff that I've done, or stuff with environments in general. I've probably done like trees with no leaves or something like that. I haven't really experimented too much with trees. Not as much as I probably am going to in the future. I've really been just zoning in a lot on animals. I haven't like taken it to that next level. And cars and stuff. I've been experimenting a little bit more with cars and just motorized things. Like the other night I ended up drawing like a tractor. Normally I don't do stuff like that, but I've been just slowly expanding my my frame of things I would normally do on here. And how the dots and the spots. Yeah, like it all comes together, man. I take full advantage of the way that my pens kind of spill a little bit and they'll leak. But it's kind of just, it's a part of it. It's kind of it's just a part of the whole process. It's what makes these a little bit more alive, man. You know, you don't want them to be too perfect. AI can make perfect art like right now. And thank you too, Nick. Car, tanks, airplanes would all look really cool drawn this way. I've done a few cars and even planes. It was one night somebody randomly, it was really random, but I ended up drawing in like a couple of Boeing planes. I'm telling y'all, man, like some days it really be random in here. Like I've had days where I've drawn in like deers and fighter jets and stuff. Stuff just be happening, you know? Stuff just be happening. I can't ever really gauge where these are going, but sometimes they just be going. But I haven't really expanded outwards that much. It's been more of like just a gradual, kind of like a water, like think like a drop of water that just keeps on expanding outwards. You said all left. You think so? I lead a lot of these with my left, but I'm more of a righty, I would say. I lead a lot of these. A lot. See, now I'm over here manually thinking about it. Come on, man. Condor. No. This one is a crow. This one is more of a crow, I would say. Not even, I would say, undoubtedly. That's what I was using as a reference. You got to just rotate my guy. He's upside down. See, yo, you just said that. Now I'm like, that's the equivalent of saying, yo, now you're manually breathing. Now we going, I'll sit here and be going through, because now I'm like manually thinking about like my placement. How long have you been drawing life-wise? I low-key been drawing it off for my whole life, but it really wasn't until recently that I discovered I can even draw with my left. I'm going to be honest. Like, I spent majority of my life using my right. But as I was saying before, you know, I'm more of a right-handed person just with some dexterity with my left. It's always nice to watch. Hey, thank you too, Rambunctious. But yeah, man, you know, like, usually I spent like most of my life only using my right. But like I said, I've always had that ability to use both. I probably like lean more to my right hand, but will I do an ostrich? Yeah, thank you too, Cooper. It's just out of your head. Now I had like a bunch of references pulled up for these. I had all kind of like references I was looking at. Yo, what's up, Soul Snatcher? And can I do an ostrich from Naruto next? Where are you based? In Kentucky. Yeah, man, that's where like a lot of... I don't know if I'm going to do an ostrich on this one. I think I want to do another wolf. What did you do to realize you could do this? You got to, for one, you got to keep on drawing. Just drawing like a lot. You got to literally keep on drawing until stuff starts making sense. You have to keep on drawing, though. It's going to be good days and bad days. If you can like get through that, if you can get through the rough patches, you're going to be good. Even if it's not like perfect, you got to just roll with it. And nah, bored. Do you still have one of your first few drawings? Everything is up. If you go back far enough on my pages, you can see like some of my first stuff. And honestly, I've kind of like shifted the way that I even go about these. It wasn't this way. It wasn't like this exact way. I was making these more abstract pieces at first. It was a little bit more abstract than what it is now. But it was like more intricate line designs and stuff that I would make. And that was That was when I was kind of getting more back into drawing. As I was saying before, I wanted to do one more space before I moved on to the next thing. Let me see. Do I do commissions? If you are interested in commissions, you can just DM me. I was looking for a good reference with these as I was like interacting with y'all. Just give me a second. I want to find something that's like a nice reference. I don't like to just use anything with these. I try to at least find stuff that makes sense with the red and the blue. But I gotta like the only thing about doing it this way, as I said a little bit earlier, I gotta like manually rotate it upside down. And sitting here, oh amazing. Hey, thank you, Koopa. And even your name is crazy because I've done like Mario. I've done like a few Mario drawings and stuff. Not this way, but just the whole lane of Mario people. It's definitely interesting. It's crazy timing. It's rattle time, man. Hang on. Yeah, this was kind of just like some side quest stuff. Sometimes you end up on a side quest and you just, hey, it just works. It just barely works, even if it doesn't. Some extreme side questing. But I'm doing my best to kind of like shape out where his nose is gonna be. Ever thought about trying to use three plus pens? No, not really. I'm kind of taking it just one thing at a time. Three is crazy. I have one of those pens where it's multiple colors in one. I haven't really used it because it's like just the thought of stopping every now and then to have to like manually change the colors. It drives me insane. That's part of the reason why I lean so much into this way. It's like I can kind of just go. I can kind of just go a lot with these and not have to really think too much about it. Like I don't gotta like stop, switch colors, manually switch them again. It doesn't feel like it's too much. You gotta just go. I'm about to do this at school tomorrow when I'm bored. Hey, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Yo, that's crazy. It's about to be like an epidemic of people like scribbling in school. I doubt you probably won't be the only one though, I'm gonna be honest. I commented if you know what works, there's no point in, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it is not broke, there's no point in fixing it. I'm gonna kind of just keep on experimenting with the animals, man. Just seeing where it goes. You got me scribbling at work, man. I don't care if I'm the only one. It's fine. Thank you, bro. You gotta start. I'm telling you. Give it some time and it'll start making more sense. The more you do it, you learn more the more. That's how I started. Like you might not like understand the shapes at first, but you pick up on it the more that you do it. This one's kind of like looking crazy. I don't know if I made his snout long enough. And thank you for the hot bear too, Mac. These don't got to be perfect as is. Do I do custom orders? It depends. I usually would do like animal drawings and stuff like that. But if you're interested, just DM me. Just DM me. I feel like I can make a snout just a little bit longer. That way, it seems maybe like a little bit more shapely. It could be a wolf cub. Yeah, I made his face kind of smaller than it needs to be. Looking like that. Yeah, it's definitely it's its own little process with these, man. But you gotta just figure out a way to bring it together. Now in this final corner, what I want to do, I want to do another crow right here, and maybe have it angled in like a unique way too. Just kind of matching the aesthetic that we got going on here, just for the crow. Let me see. And kind of, I kind of like touched on the idea, but with these, it's more like you gotta just get something that you gotta get the right references that bring everything to life. that can definitely either make or break the whole picture. You don't want to get something where you don't want to get like you can get opposites in the way that you're using the pictures, but you want to get things that at least have some kind of connection. You send me a DM. Hang on. I know I'm not gonna be able to read it right now in the moment as I'm looking for more references, but just hang on a second. I'm thinking that with this one, I'm gonna kind of like have it like angled downwards. Do I ever draw without references? Not really. Because you kind of like get into that area, you get into the space of it's more imaginative. It that's already you kind of like that's no joke. I haven't got there yet. Maybe sometime in the future. Maybe sometime in the future. Purely imagination. That's like taking it to a whole nother level. But I mean, if you do these to where like there's no frame of reference, I imagine it probably gets crazy. Like you can really make some crazy stuff. Imagination wise, you're no longer limited. Like it's only you and your imagination. I'm trying to make it to where his beak is kind of angled. It's kind of angled downwards a little bit. That way they're not. It don't seem like a weird. It needs to make sense more than anything. And thank you too, user. Everything with this one needs to. There got to be like some kind of connection with these. That's what I'm really going for. Now that I'm on the topic of these birds, I do kind of want to go through and try to draw some more birds that are upside down. Maybe like some eagles or something. Something that just kind of matches that lane of the wildlife thing that we got going on here. Some more animals in general. I've done plenty of eagles before, but I haven't really done too many of them to where they're upside down like this. How did you learn this? Well, I kind of didn't really like learn it. You pick up on it more just through your own trial and error. You got to just keep drawing. You have to keep on drawing. But here is for this one. I'm going to show everything I did on this page. I will even rotate it upside down or rotate it right side up, I mean. But I ended up just drawing like a lot of different expressions and things. But my page was like flipped. So you made this up. I wouldn't even say I made this up, man. Scribble art has been around for a little while. How many pens do I go through a week? I don't have like a designated numbers. It's more like I be using them until they go out, but I don't have like a designated set or anything like that. You gotta just keep drawing. I recently had to get some new packs because I went through my old ones. Let me see. And just as I was saying before, with this one, what I would like to do is get one that's just a little bit, that's more close up. I'm gonna zoom all the way in on it. Let's go It's gonna take me a second. I gotta. This one's gonna just be more birds. But I wouldn't say that I even necessarily made this. This is just more of like a. You just kind of seeing what works. Okay, how in the freak? Okay. An eagle. It always starts with the eye first. Low key. Let me like zone in a little bit more. If you can get the eye to be right, everything else fall into place, I feel. The eye is like the ultimate. That sets the whole vibe for these. If you can get the eye right, everything else will be good. But if the eye goes wrong, that's where like it's a slippery slope, man. Yo, like the eye can like throw off the whole vibe with these. I'm gonna make his eye just a little bit more red for this one. Can you do an Andean condor? Let's see you do this with a cheetah in the spots upside down. I've done like scribbly cheetahs before. I'll maybe do a condor on here. Maybe like some kind of vulture that's upside down. Let me see before I make like a bunch of promises. Let me just kind of feel this one out a little bit before I jump to a million different things. Just make sure that the vibe is right. I want his beak to stand out more against the feathers, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna maybe like use my red a little bit more for that. But just for when it comes to his like head shape, that's a different story. That is a very different story. I want for his beak to be distinct. Like I need for people to be able to register like, yeah, it's scribbly. But you said, I bet you regular. Do the colors have to be a certain hand, or do you flip the pens? And I'll be honest with you, Paige. So I'm kind of particular with just what goes into each hand. So I've flipped them before, but usually I don't. Usually, on the rare occasion I do flip them, but it's been so long, so I'm gonna just lean more towards no. But if you go to some of like my really really old posts, I have flipped them before. It's just not like my preferred. It's not my preferred way to go about it. I can. It's when you finish. It'll be up. How did you learn to do this? Just messing around. Yeah, I had somebody challenge me on here. I normally wasn't really drawing these upside down like that. It was somebody that asked me to do it. And upon realizing I could, I just kept at it. Some upside down drawings, man. Method to the madness. What are you drawing right now? You gotta guess. You gotta guess. The technique is no technique. You gotta just keep scribbling. Bid on it? Maybe soon. A lot of it, I'm gonna do like a behind the scenes one day, and I'm gonna just show like my bookshelf, like my little collection. I got like a collection basically now. It didn't start as a collection, but my bookshelf is like, it looks crazy. There's like stuff everywhere. I'll be honest. Stuff everywhere, sketchbooks everywhere. How old are you? Just curious. You should sell them. Oh, I'm 21, and it's an eagle. Yeah, this one is like an eagle. It's like a bald eagle. So just like some random side quest stuff. Some extremely random side quest stuff. I keep like shifting my page a little bit. You said my living room needs some life. I'm gonna put some more stuff up. I know that it's been a few of y'all that have been asking me. I've been trying to just figure out. I've been trying to like gauge what people even want. You said Rick from Rick and Morty. Am I still an AI? Yeah. Kangaroo Joe, you are an AI. Bro, how do you even start with this? I'm interested. I just wanted to draw, man. You got to keep on drawing. As generic as that may seem, seriously, am I still a bot? I never said you're a bot. You an AI, bro. It happens to the best of us. You're not even a bot, bro. If you an Android, you just an Android, man. He said, no, I'm not. Nah, you an Android. Just off that question alone, you're an Android. That's okay. You personally are an Android, bro. NPC. Nah, NPC is played out, man. We not saying NPC no more. Not purposely. Not purposely, at least. NPC has been spammed. It's been beaten to the ground like GTA 5, man. We gotta let it go. The pens are stressing you out. They look like they out of ink, or they putting out too much ink. That's the whole process, man. It can't. You don't really want. I'm not going for perfection with these. I'm definitely not going for perfection with this way. He said, "Gotta go. Take it easy, man." Didn't get the memo. They'll make a sick tattoo. You don't want me scribble. You don't want me dual hand scribbling on you, man. I'm gonna make his beak just a little bit more red. Not like it's not too much. How long do these usually take? It depends on how fast I'm moving. Sometimes I can do them fast, and other times I can really kind of get like caught up in the process. And thank you too, Reincarnated. There's not like a set in stone. I've had pages take me anywhere from like an hour to 3. It depends on how fast I'm moving or what I'm drawing or the detail of everything. It's not really like a set in stone answer though. There's not really like a set in stone go-to. I want for his feathers to kind of be like a nice blend between the darker and the lighter colors. But it's tied heavily into just my pressure by itself. Why upside down? Why not? How did you discover you could do this? It's just some side question, man. You gotta change it up a little bit. You gotta change it up for the love of the game. You guys to change it up strictly for the love of the game. What are you drawing right now? You gotta guess, man. You gotta guess. Whatever you don't forget. Hey, thank you, user. What's the reason for your choice? I like the duality of it, man. I'm real big on less being more. I just kind of mess with the flow of it. You want it to kind of come together on its own. More than anything. I'm kind of getting crazy with the feather texture though. I vote for it to be. You said upside down. Do you only draw with pens? Yeah, that's like my go-to. My pens. It was some more birds I wanted to do too. Once I get done with the bald eagle, the bald eagle is like a nice little starting point, but it's some other things I might kind of have in the rotation. Some more. But not like it's. I'm not gonna go like overboard with it, but just enough. I want to see an ostrich, an eagle. I don't know if I've drawn any ostriches recently. I know a vulture was like a condor. I'm gonna do a condor face when I get done with this one. This one kind of like expanded outwards. It was more like just drawing in its whole body. You can see some of its feathers. But their bodies are usually darker than their heads. I'm gonna angle this one up just a little bit. I know some of y'all be commenting on just the smell of the ink as it is. I always pencil draw because you mess up too much like a large condor. This one is not a condor, but I do think that I'm gonna draw in a condor. So just hang tight, hang on. And as I was reading that comment, you said I always use pencil to draw because you mess up too much. Nah, but like with this way, messing up is a part of the process though. You gonna mess up. It's for you to own. You might. You're going to have some things where it's like, oh, I see the vision. You have other things where it's like, I don't know what I was doing there, but it works, you know. It works. Even if it doesn't, it works. This was kind of just like from it's a. I'm gonna like add some spots to make it a little bit more defined. Just darken his feathers just a little bit. Just hang tight. It's gonna be some more things, some more ideas. Upside down. Yeah. Number 23 vibes. You guys remember the movies where he goes crazy? It's gonna be solid eagle. Yeah. Do I see the vision first with these? With these, usually I'll be looking at like reference pictures. I'll be looking at like a lot of reference pictures. Nah, not Buddy. Nah, I ain't seen the movie you're talking about, but not Buddy calling me insane. That's kind of tough. I look at a lot of pictures for these. Just to kind of get these ones off the ground. Just to bring them to life. I have like a main reference that I rotated upside down. But it was some more birds. It was all kind of birds that I wanted to do on this one. Just some more. I know that condor was mentioned. I'm going to try to get like a close-up picture of one. Hey, thank you too, Moki. Let me see. I don't know how to explain it, but they look like how you would imagine vultures would look. I gotta be selective with the space. This looks like a vulture. I gotta really watch the space on this one though, because like I said, that this took up a little bit more space than what I was thinking. But they have like very circular looking faces, especially close up. Like, you know how you'll see an animal, you're like, oh, that looks like how I would imagine that animal would look. I happened to look up just a couple of pictures. I've done turkey vultures and things before. Turkey vultures, their faces look a lot more, they look a lot more how you would think of when you think of just like a regular bird. But these condors, their faces are a little bit more rounded. Make it into a rooster? No, I'm not going to make this one a rooster. I drew a rooster on, I was like on her drawing farm animals last night. This one is not going to be a rooster. This one's going to be a vulture. It's not even going to be like a full body. I've done full body ones before, but I'm more limited on space on this page than how it usually be. Because their faces are just a little bit more red, I'm gonna like especially press extra hard with the red pen. On my eagle, I use the blue a little bit more, but with this one, I gotta really get that shade of red. It really lets you know, Make sure this is focused. Make sure this is extra focused. It's kind of just a crazy looking bird. Man, like, compared to some other things that I've done before, it definitely is unique looking. A parrot. Nah, not this one. This one is not a parrot. It's a condor. I'm gonna make his face and neck just a little bit more red. You want to get that perfect balance between both of the colors. That's what I really go for with these. It was in between this vulture and then it was an ostrich. That's what it was. This one is a little bit. You said HM? I don't know what you mean by that, man. Oh, how much? It depends. If you're interested in buying this one, just DM me. Just DM me and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Next thing that came up was I believe it was an ostrich. Her actually, before I do this, I found another picture that I really like. Hang on. You said for free? Yo, what's up? And what am I drawing right now? This next one I'm gonna do is this one's gonna be another eagle, but it's gonna look just a little bit different than the one that I did before. I'm just kind of free drawing like a lot of different birds on this page. That's like the whole basis of this one. So a lot of little things that's going on here. Kind of how I did for the first one. It's about, I really want for its beat to be defined. So I'm going especially hard with the red at this part. Do I ever do anime? Sometimes, yeah. I've done a couple of anime pages. Like, for example, last night I was on and I ended up drawing it was a page with Naruto. Naruto being like another anime character. But kind of how with some of that stuff, it just depends on the night. It definitely depends on the night. I was considering drawing in Broly when I got done with this one. I hadn't really like made my mind up yet. I gotta just see how I'm feeling once this one comes together. This is tough. Hey, thank you to ASMR. How do you do that? I've done all kind of people. Like, I've done all kind of characters. Sometimes I'll take requests, and other times I'll be like a little bit more self-directed with these. It depends on the night. But I've been kind of just zoned in with these upside down birds. I had a page before this where I was drawing in all kind of wolves and stuff, and I've been kind of just doing my own thing. So if the pen's moving in any direction, you don't worry about the placement on the paper. I mean, my whole thing with this, you just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I do kind of let them go in any direction. Sometimes I'll be like a little bit more. I'll make the lines more straight edge, but then other times I mess around with all kind of like textures with the lines. But everything I usually go about it the way that I do to give everything its own texture. But you just trust that it'll come together eventually. Speak Espanol? Nah, no, I'm sorry, no Espanol. With I kind of just trust it. I want for his feathers to look textured, so I'll kind of mess around with just the placement of how I draw in the lines. Why do you draw upside down? It's just for a fun challenge. Turn your phone upside down. It's so cool. You turn it upside. Oh, you talking about like just to see it as it is? I haven't seen it fully finished. I'm still kind of going through in the process of bringing it together. I always find it to be interesting seeing it as it is. Y'all kind of get like a sneak peek a little bit before me. And where am I from? Oh, I'm from I come from Kentucky. It's birds. I love birds. They're eagles. Yeah, it was like kind of like different eagles that I was doing on this one. And thank you for the rose too, Nay. And thank you for the love you so much. You stay in Radcliffe for a little bit. And thank you for the heart puff and the ice cream cone and the roses ASMR. You said I know it's the eagle. From an artist's point of view, this is awesome. And thank you too, He's. Yeah, this low key like this one was a little bit more spontaneous and on the spot, but I wanted to do something else that was more upside down. Yeah, thank you for the goat and the heart me too ASMR. I know it's probably looking like crazy seeing it from y'all's perspective. I get to like see it more whenever. Oh dang, is that my blue? Dang, hang on. Y'all get like that. Y'all see it a little bit before me. I kind of gotta like gauge it once it's done. I had to swap out my blues. And thank you for the heart me too ASMR. I want for with these, I usually try my best to find like a lot of references. And I wanted to get like a good frame of reference just whenever it came to drawing in his wings. Next time do a lion's face. Not on this one. I did wolf faces and stuff on the last one. I'm keeping this one more bird, more grounded in birds. I'm thinking that's what I want to do for this page. And thank you for the heart me too, Yute. Have I seen the artist that paints portraits with paint? I have not. That does seem interesting. Hello from Chicago came from the For You page. Hey, welcome, welcome. Hey, thank you for the, hold on, I missed it. Thank you for the donut too, Sri. I'm telling y'all, man, we be locked in. I haven't seen Buddy that be painting portraits upside down though. That's crazy. That is for sure crazy. But here's for this one. I'm gonna make his like neck just a little bit darker, or its entire head, honestly. There was more that I wanted to do. It was the next one that came up. I did the condor. I did the eagles. I did. The next one was an ostrich. But I don't want to just grab any picture. I'll kind of take my time with it. Hang on. I found one that I really like. Just a lot of birds. I have like a billion tabs open. Hang on. It's a nice way. Thank you too, Marvin. The real question is, do I want to try to like squeeze this one right here? I think I'm gonna go for it. This one's gonna be a nice little squeeze, but it must get done. It must get done. I try to put a lot of life into the eyes that I do with the birds, especially. And best believe, the more that I do these, I've been making it a point to try to draw in more full body birds. I know that with this page is obviously the exception because I'm doing these a little bit in a different format. But I'm thinking that for my right side up ones that I'm probably gonna do in the future, I'm gonna try my best to like start incorporating more just full body pictures of the birds. Now the other animals in general. I'm gonna make it speak just more reddish, but not too much. It's always finicky whenever I go through you said, can you draw me an owl? Do you do watercolors or pet portraits? I do be doing pet portraits sometimes. I haven't really done any watercolors. I stick more to my red and my blue pens. Like 99% of the time. Every blue moon I'll switch it, but usually I don't. Not over here. It's been a very long time. He said, bro, the eagle eye. Oh, yeah, he sees you. He's sitting there seeing you through the screen. He said, did somebody say kilometer or something? Bro, it's piercing your soul through the screen. I want you to do a good pet portrait. If you are interested in a commission, DM me. Bro is staring. He's breaking the fourth wall like Deadpool. Like he is perceiving you, bro. He is perceiving you through the TikTok matrix. He's seeing you. He's perceiving you. He's perceiving all of y'all. He's perceiving y'all. I think that I want to do a swan. I know that somebody mentioned an owl. I want to do a swan first. Somewhere on here. It's a matter of figuring out like the space for it. I'm DMing, thank you. Bro, don't say that. Oh yeah, you talking about with Buddy? Nah, bro. He sensed one of y'all mentioned a kilometer or something. You got me tripping on that eagle is what, bro. He's seeing your every move. He's seeing your every move. This is cool. Buddy is watching your every move, every last breath, every breath you take, every step you make. They watching. He's watching. As I was saying before, but I've been on this theme of these birds. I want to do a swan. I know something else. It was something else that came up. I don't remember what it was. It was something though. And thank you too, Brittany. It was a swan. I don't know if I'm gonna draw a geese or a goose. They be menaces to society for no reason. I gotta keep the vibe peaceful. They be on 10 for no. They just spawn in with anger. We were talking about murder. We were talking about the yellow jackets the other day. I feel like geese are Canadian geese. If you had to have a Hall of Fame for stuff that just be spawning in angry, they will be pretty high up on the list. Like they just be angry for no reason. To the bunny. You said, is it bad? Nah, not necessarily. I'm just saying that if you had to like quantify it, if you had to make a tier list for animals that be on 10 for no reason, spawning in with pure rage, pure anger, pure destruction. Nah, but seriously, if you just be outside, you could just be outside minding your business, going about life, just existing. A geese or a fleet of geese, they're gonna have a problem with you. Canadian geese are nice. You must got like a connection with them or something. I don't know. They just be spawning. It'd be a million of them. Especially whenever it's like nesting season, you're cooked. Geese be beefing. Exactly. You spawn in. They be like, nah, it's too much peace. Buddy over there is minding his business. Just live at the border. Nah, because you just jinxed it, they gonna come looking for you. They gonna be camped up outside your house. Because you just jinxed it. Because you just put that out there, they gonna pull up on you. And you know it's their little like migration season. You just created that window of opportunity. You say, oh, nah, that would be epic. Nah, hey, you should be real careful what you wishing for, man. You should be real careful what you're wishing for. I wouldn't get rid of them though. Like they're cool to see. But sometimes you gotta just admire from afar. I think that seeing sometimes, like, I like looking at the animals, like the reference pictures, but they don't necessarily mean I want to go be in the jungle with the tigers or something. I think that there's beauty in like seeing things from afar. Like you can appreciate something without like being up on it. You know, the whole gang of them, cousins and aunties and uncles, exactly, and extended branches of family. Everybody's pulling up on you. They're kind of like crows and ravens. When there's one, you got the whole fleet. They're like planes. They gonna remember you too. Now you getting pulled up on, and they can fly. I pet a bear if I had a chance. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, but look, bears. I could somewhat see the vision with a bear, right? Because a bear looks like it would be cool, right? A bear seems like, oh, he's a supersized dog that's an apex predator basically, but not birds. I don't even gotta really. I'm saying that I really don't even got a problem with birds. I just, you gotta just be mindful of them. I be seeing the videos and there be people like in Russia and stuff, and they'll be chilling with them. Like I seen this one video. It was like this older couple and they were like in Russia living somewhere, and it was this bear, huge. The bear was probably he had to have been like 10 feet tall, and he was the most spoiled rotten bear ever. He would pull up on them. He knew how to use doorknobs, open and closing doors. Have you read about turkeys? Nah. I know they be outside though. People be hunting them. But nah, I haven't done like deep dives on turkeys, if that's what you was like asking me. I don't really know like a lot about them. I've seen wild ones before. You said that's Smokey the Bear. Maybe. But I haven't really. It's interesting, man. It's interesting indeed. Oh, but look, it depends. Low key, it depends on the day you ask me, because like I'm like, oh man, that's a cool little animal. Then other times it's like, wait a minute, man, what are we doing? That's a whole bear, not even half of one, a whole bear. And then how polar bears, they're like They spawn in with the instinct to be apex predators. A polar bear will actively hunt you. What am I doing right now? You gotta guess. You gotta guess. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. A polar bear will actively go out of its way to hunt you. It can smell you way before you can even like imagine. Polar bears are on a different level. But like, look. I feel like some risk, like that. Going back to just the analogy of petting it, like some risks are worth. Sometimes you gotta risk it, man. Like you might walk around short one arm or a leg or two. But it's an exchange, you know. Like all other things, it's an exchange. So you sacrificing you making a you making a negotiation, right? He opened doors, that's cool. I have 3 turkeys, they're like mini velociraptors. They climb 30 feet. So when they switch up on you, like the ones from Jurassic Park, they go change up except one. Swan and the vulture, exactly. They're gonna switch up on you. You're gonna be like, dude. What did he say? Something stay or something? Say I'm sorry. You said that's a nosa. I mean, but look, you better. I could see. I feel like I could see the vision with birds, man. Yeah, but bears. Actually, I don't know, man. It depends. It's all about the situation. I would have to go through some kind of like super shift. I don't know, man. I don't know. You playing a dangerous game. But I guess what sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess. That's like all risk, no reward. Normally there's something to gain from a risk. Like that's all risk. You going negative for there's nothing to gain. Except for the achievement, I guess. Like you was kicking it with the Bears. That almost goes back to how we always be talking. Like we always come back to what was dude's name? Harambe. Harambe and Buddy from the Planet of the Apes. Like chimpanzees really got just the strength to just grab your face and rip it off. Like Caesar would have had to go if that was me. Caesar got to go. I be drawing him too. Yo, what's up, Lonnie? Harambe, we love you. Hey, but sometimes you gotta give your respect from afar, bruh. Caesar could literally rip your face off. Oh, he definitely gotta go. If somebody pull up on me with Caesar and a sweater, I'm thinking he's trained. That's a sleeper agent, bro. He gonna hear like a word, he's gonna crash out and just immediately be looking for the closest face to grab, and that's not gonna be me, man. They're documented to do that. I seen this video of these dudes, they were out in the rainforest or something for some reason, and it was like a family of gorillas just walked past. And the silverback gonna just grab the cameraman. The cameraman, he obviously survived because the cameraman never dies, right? But I know that guy, he didn't even make a noise. He just accepted his fate. You dealing with brute strength. Like there's nothing on earth that could like, I mean, aside from like if you got like a gun or something, but you stand no chance against. You said I seen that the cameraman they got plot armor, but that guy he genuinely almost died for real. Like you would like that silverback a Hulk, like you know people always be talking about Hulk smash. Nah, that literally can Hulk smash you and there's nothing you can do about it. Yo, imagine like after like a long day at work, you go outside and the Hulk decided to throw your car at somebody or throw your car at Thanos. Like what do you do? What do you say? Where do you go? He gonna whisper, "Let me borrow a 20." Nah, that's deeper than let me borrow a 20, bro. There's no negotiation with that. You're cooked. I honestly say the best way to survive is to be a cameraman, bro. The cameraman never dies. And any video that you see, it'll be a cameraman recording the most absurd thing ever in the world. They got like just an unspoken plot armor. Like there's just unspoken rules of nature that just exist. And that if you are the man behind the camera for some reason, for some strange reason, well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Now that's deeper than a cookie. That's deeper than a cookie crumbling, bro. Like at that point, you gotta just reflect on life. After getting grabbed by a silverback, he has to record history. Exactly. You the timekeeper. Because they know the cameramen are just here to watch, not harm. It gotta be like a vibe they give off, like some kind of it's something in the air. It's just unspoken rules of nature. Nothing will hit them. I'm telling you. I would surely hope not. I don't know. I don't know though, man. Low key being a cameraman, it might not even be that bad. I mean, aside from like getting grabbed by the occasional silverback, most people aren't gonna be in a situation where they just out in the rainforest in the jungle somewhere. Just do I have a shop with this? I have like a Etsy store that's lit. It don't got like the more recent lives listed yet though. Hey, thank you for the heart me too. What's up, Gen X Gen? Safest job in the field. I mean, unironically, it is. You the man on the front lines of everything, but somehow you always walk away unscathed. That's what's so confusing about it, because on paper that should be the most dangerous job in the world, being a cameraman. But the cameraman never dies, ever. Like you got plot armor. You got more plot armor than like I don't even know. And thank you too, Raven. 3 months indeed. That's crazy. You got unspoken, unbreakable plot armor. Let me tap all the way in. How did I develop this style? Let's do like my own trial and error. And I'll be looking at like a lot of pictures that I like. You just do your best to just kind of recreate it in your own way. It gotta be an over the shoulder camera. Oh, you gotta okay, you add levels to the game. You add levels to the game. I don't know, man. I've yet in my life, just you dealing with the wild west of social media, bro. You see anything. Whether that be through Twitter, Reddit, bro. I've yet to really see the cameraman get got. It's always somebody recording something extremely crazy, but those people they exist in just a different plane of reality. And like nothing would if you are fortunate enough to somehow secure the cameraman position, how long does it take for me to record one drawing? It usually depends a lot. You gotta have multiple cameras from multiple angles. See, I somewhat agree, but I don't know, man. There might be levels to the game, like levels to the qualification. I guess you might not be able to get by with just any camera, but you at least getting by with the stuff that matters. If you are like a genuine, legitimate cameraman, you're good to go. Maybe. I don't know, man. See, I don't know, cause I'm saying that, and I'm really starting to just think about it. This is the best thing. Hey, thank you too, Siba. I'm starting to really think about that situation. I got faith in the process. I got faith in the cameraman action, but I don't know, bro. It's some pretty trash roles you could end up in, bro. But I guess the cameraman becomes like the infinite observer. Like you're on like the front lines of everything. You're always there. Hey, thank you too, Brittany. I kind of like got lost in the process of it. You're always on the front line seeing everything going down. I'm gonna do an owl on this page, but I'm not gonna draw one of the horned ones that I usually do, just to switch it up a little bit, just to kind of keep it more fresh. I sometimes will do the barn owls. Y'all know what I kind of want to do. I'll save it for the next page. I won't even say. I'm gonna just do it. I take that back. I think that I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. I won't promise it. Don't make us wait. Nah, just hang tight, hang tight. Not yet. This one's gonna be interesting. The next one. Have I ever done a flamingo? Yes. Have I ever done a wall? Kinda. But I haven't really just drawn like a regular. I mean, that's like a really specific thing. Just like a regular like brick wall. That's kind of normal, bro. It's a little bit too normal. a regular standard brick wall. Just like a regular white wall. I mean, like, no. What I might do whenever I draw stuff, like, if I draw something like that, I might do, like, something that's more textured. I use red and blue pen, so it won't never just be, like, flat on the page. Like, if I had that as, like, just, like, my base color, maybe. I would tell you something that I've done, though, that's, like, a little bit more obscure. I've recently been drawing, like, cars and stuff. Just kind of adding cars to the rotational things that I do. I haven't done a lot of cars, but the few that I've done, I've been really proud of the outcome. Just draw on vinyl white paper and just put it up. What about Noah's Ark? Because you're headed there with all the creatures. Oh, facts. Low-key, all these animals, you absolutely are onto something. Got the whole ecosystem. Everybody is on the, hey. But I haven't done any ships. Not recently, I don't think. Not that I can, like, immediately remember. Got the whole little ecosystem on here. I'm a car guy. Now you got my interest, cars. What would Noah's Ark look like? Hey, I don't even know. I just imagine like a big boat, a huge boat that's made out of like wood. I don't know how that would look, though. I'm going to be honest. That's a super boat, a super yacht. You gotta go extremely big with it. All these animals on one page, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna keep squeezing them too. I'm dedicated to this process. Cause usually I would draw them right side up, but now that I know that, now that one of y'all done put this battery in my back that I can do this, then I gave me the idea. It's gonna be a lot more, cause this it's kind of like pulled y'all in more than what I thought it would. You said a huge boat with animals hanging out of the window. Nah, like a wooden. It's gonna be like a cruise. Gonna be like a super cruise. I'm drawing my guy more towards the corner here. Can I do a mini penguin? Maybe. It was something else that came up a little bit earlier. I wanted to do this owl. I'll throw in one of y'all's suggestions. It was in between a flamingo and it was something else. It was a flamingo. Then it was some kind of other bird. I just didn't catch what it was. I like briefly glanced over it. I didn't see it all the way. Even if I do a penguin, it probably won't even be a mini one. A turkey. A turkey could work. I got like a little bit of space above the vulture that I did. So let me just see. Let me see. I love penguins because they got a permanent tux on and they go hard. It remind me of them cats. You ever see the little cats that be spotting in with their tuxes? Tuxedo cat, man. They menaces to society. Tuxedo cats, Tuxedo Steve. Y'all don't even know. Cedo. Doing the pen dangerous work. How does one achieve this skill? Bruh, I went and trained with Master Oogway, bruh. I went and trained under Master Oogway for a couple of centuries. I trained with the Graybeards. I did a little bit of interning with Master Oogway and the Graybeards, man. You gotta just keep at it. You gotta keep at it, bruh. Seriously. This one is, I had to like really squeeze this one down at the bottom here. You gotta train, bro. You gotta start airbending. Airbending is crazy. I won't even joke. And thank you too, Cheryl. Airbending is crazy. Yo, if I could figuring out how to airbend, let me start moving like Magneto for real. Magneto would be crazy. I know y'all seen the X-Men movies. Manipulating every element. That's pushing it. Yo, what it, hey, bro. Pulling up like Magneto. That would be crazy. Yo, but if you training with Master Uguay, you better like awaken Magneto powers or something. Okay, I said it was a penguin and a flamingo, maybe a turkey. Especially, bro, if I could airbend, it would be over. Nah, Teddy, what does that mean? What is the world in for if you wake up as an airbender? Would you be a good airbender, or would you be out here being a menace to society? I don't even think I would. Like, something that's never made sense to me on a completely unrelated note is the fact, like, the idea of Sonic the Hedgehog driving a car. Like, if you could airbend, bro, you don't need to drive no more. Like, you could just fly everywhere. Said penguin turkey. Wait, penguin flamingo turkey. He got it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing what's said without him saying what's going on. I think that I'm seeing the vision. Is he drawing upside down? Yeah, I am drawing upside down. This is upside down. I'm seeing what's going on here. Yo, but yeah, as I was saying before, something that's never made sense to me is the idea of that man Sonic driving a car. Like, brother, that's useless, bro. Why are you driving if you're Sonic the Hedgehog? I got nothing but love for Sonic. Yeah, I bet to say this upside down. Well, yeah, y'all was like, we was talking about training and airbending. Like, you don't ever even need to fly. Like, you don't ever need to catch a plane ever again. You said left hand, he's scaring me. Nah, bro, you gotta just tap in. Just tap in. Don't be scared. Just lean in. It ain't gotta make sense. Yeah. Said does not need to make sense. He's stunting with his car. And man, Sonic, he got a stunt, I guess. You the fastest being on Earth, and you still driving a car. I guess he's doing it. He's doing it for the love of the game, the passion. Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know. Flexing, that's still kind of, that's still, I don't know. Exactly because he wants to. Nah, man. I don't know. Like, I would consider myself, like, Sonic is a cool dude, man, but brother, you doing it for the passion. You can see the penguin. I'm shaping his little face. He's coming together. Slowly but surely. Just kind of getting it to where his beak is sharp. The only thing about doing it this way is you get like a feel for it, but it's a little bit like less straightforward. Like, he liked to run, but he like his massaging seats at the same time. But massaging seats, he wastes so much time. Like, by the time you drive up and down the street with your car, bro, he could probably like run. He could probably run backwards in time. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. But he's Sonic. Oh, you seen the Batman and Joker one? Do I do custom commissions? If you want like a custom commission, DM me. But usually I do more like animal stuff. I might do like animals and maybe like anime characters or something like that. Usually I don't do humanoid stuff. That Batman and Joker was like the exception. Somebody caught me off guard with that one day. It's real random. You'll pick animals. If you got some animals, I'm open for commission. What you want to see? I'll make his beak just a little bit longer. Just really pull this one together, a bunny. Let me see. Every now and then I kind of like pop out like a bunch of scary movie characters. I don't think that's what this one's gonna be. Not tonight, but every blue moon, just like on the special occasion, draw superheroes. I've done a few superheroes. I drew Batman not that long ago. I'm drawing animals on here though. Said do it just strictly for the love of the game. You say you drew Madara. Yeah, Madara too. Madara, Naruto. I'm glad I found you on the For You page. I'm glad you the TikTok wormhole pulled you in, bro. Hey, thank you too, Star on. Or Star or. Say you got it. Hey, thanks, bro. Tell it, man. It gets a little bit random. Sometimes it be more Naruto people or it'll be animals. It depends a lot. I don't know if I got the space for a turkey, but I'll try to squeeze a flamingo. So I don't want to leave. You got pulled in. I'm telling you. It's a wormhole. Usually with these though, if you do happen to miss some, I turn everything into time lapses. So it's not gonna be gone forever unless it just becomes one of the rare things. Usually everything I do on live I put up or post in some fashion. It's very rarely that I'll like pull stuff permanently and just never post it. So everything here for the most part is gonna go up. Let me see. Now for the flamingo. Now that I did the little penguin. That's too fresh. Thank you too. How long do these take? Does it depend on the character? Yeah. I'll have some where they take a little bit longer. The answer varies. It's never like just a straightforward answer. Cause like you gotta factor in how fast I'm moving in the moment. It could be it'd be like a lot of factors. It'd be a lot of different factors with these. Except penguin. I did the penguin. Now I'm gonna like finish this page off with a flamingo. I gotta make them just a little bit more red. And it kind of, you said that I did it in 2 seconds, but with a few of these, I can like, if I'm really zoned in, I can get them done in a reasonable time. Okay, how am I about to do this? Like I'm about to squeeze a whole flamingo right here. I agreed to this, but I didn't really think it through. Okay. He gotta be more red compared to blue. Like with that illusion of being purple, or I said purple being pink. Just like give off that illusion. It's 2:32 a.m. here, so I need to go to bed. But thanks for sharing it. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out, Brittany. I'll be back for sure. Anything that I do here tonight is gonna go up in like a time lapse form. I got on a little bit later in the night than what I normally would. I know it's like kind of getting up there. Imagine he was leading up to one of the biggest wins in life. Nah, don't you doing the freaking the FOMO challenge. Well, I missed something. If you do the Mona Lisa, you might actually get 50 M views, no troll. The Mona Lisa will be crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. On a really random note, the Mona Lisa is crazy because that's like one of the first things that I posted here on this page when I was first getting started. Like if you go to if you sort by like my oldest post here, that's like something that I just had tried out one day. Really on a really random note. It's over here. And thank you for the goats too, Brittany. I might have missed some things too. I got kind of like lost trying to read all the messages. So I'd say it's definitely up. It's definitely up. This one's more on the edge. But it must be done. It must be done. Hey, thank you for the heart me too, Brittany. I gotta shape out his beak now. I had to peep the Dragon Ball and the leopard. I'm telling you, if I don't get to everything tonight, it's like a lot of things that like y'all ask me for that I've already done a couple of times actually. Tonight I just kind of got on like a little bit later than usual. I think for the heart me too, Teddy. But I try to at least like finish off strong with these pages. know that I mentioned I was gonna do another one. I think this might be like the little finale of the night. But best believe starting tomorrow, I'm gonna kind of be back on like my usual timing, like 10-ish, 11-ish Eastern Standard Time. Instead of getting on at like 1 in the morning. What am I drawing right now? You get a Hartman for that game. You killing it. Hey, thank you too, man. And just guess. Tell me what you see. Just guess with this one. I won't outright say it. Just as like the little finale. Just tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. An animal mixed with a human? Not quite. It is an animal though. It's definitely an animal. A sea lion. If you turn your phone upside down, it'll be a little bit clearer. Hopefully. I have John the rest of Buddy. He said the flamingo that I'll pop out. I did my best to like emphasize it. It's just a little bit. A squid, a bird. It is a bird. They're getting a little bit warmer. I mean, you could say it's sea life, I guess. The eagle. Nah, not quite. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nah, I've done Boeing planes before on a really random note. That's how this kind of live. I'm not gonna draw like a bunch of planes. Not right now. A Boeing is such a random, obscure thing. But best believe I've definitely done those too. It's not really like a whole lot of space that I can really work with here. You said a Boeing. Nah, twin a Boeing. Yeah, a Boeing plane. Seriously, I had like a page. It was kind of weird. It had like I started with sea life, but then it was kind of just like a for the love of the game moment, man. I just kind of changed gears. I just started drawing in planes. Here's the right side up version too, y'all. I was drawing it upside down. I'm just kind of show everything that I did, doing it for the love of the game. So what's got out there, man. But hey, I'm glad y'all stuck around with me and watched this one come together. I do. I think that I'm gonna call it a night. I think that I'm gonna call it a night though, y'all. I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Anything that I did tonight, you shot a woman bird that went extinct. Eventually, and do I do tats? No. Maybe eventually though. And yeah, man, anything that I did tonight is gonna be up in time lapse form. There's a lot more that's up. And yeah, I will see y'all when I see y'all, man. I take it easy. How did I know that I could do this? This was just a challenge, bro. Just like a cool little challenge I picked up on. I just was experimenting. But yeah, though, man, y'all take it easy.